Hello YouTube, Wycliffe Barrett here. True Earth Great Britain North is out and it covers a huge area of the British Isles right up there in the north. You've got all of Scotland, the Outer Hebrides and Shetland and the little island of the Isle of Man, which is in the Irish Sea there, just off the coast of Morecambe and Blackpool. True Earth Great Britain North, $54.95 Australian, which works out at £30.46p, $39.96 and €34.77. Excellent value for money, absolutely amazing. This is huge. It covers 40.415 square miles. That's 40,415 square miles of the United Kingdom. And as I said, Shetland, the Outer Hebrides and the Isle of Man as well. It's vast, it's absolutely huge. Here we are at Glasgow. It's dusk. I just thought I'd show what it looks like at dusk. You can see the whole city there laid out before you. Absolutely beautiful. There's 1.4 million buildings in this whole area. There's 160,000 placed forests. I didn't even know there was that many forests in Scotland. But that's what it's saying, 160,000 forests. 400 custom points of interest. Now, the points of interest, I mean, the area is so big, I picked out a couple, but not many. The whole area is covered with historic buildings, castles, bridges, stately homes. It is vast. It's absolutely huge. And because it's so big, it takes up a lot of space. So when you download it onto your machine, it downloads at 20 gigabytes. It's just over 20 gigabytes when it downloads, but it expands to 142 gigabytes. Great Britain True Earth North is the biggest package of the three. Okay, massive 142 gigabytes. South and Central, that comes to 257 gigabytes. So altogether, for the whole of the United Kingdom, you're going to need 345 gigabytes of space, okay? 345 gigabytes of space, an awful lot. Here we see Celtic Rangers or Celtic Rangers. It's actually Celtic. The C becomes almost like an S. And I also found Glasgow Rangers. I think this is the Glasgow Rangers ground as well. So absolutely beautiful. It looks superb. You know. Okay, I filmed this in the middle of the year, July, and it was clear weather. It's stunning, absolutely amazing. Just like the other two packages, I can't say much more than that. You know, it's a 30-meter mesh, so the terrain looks absolutely superb. Here I am on approach into Glasgow Airport, runway 23, and just look, it's like that patchwork quilt of fields. It almost looks as if you could jump out and just land softly on the fields, but because of that patchwork quilt effect there. I don't know how many buildings there are in total. As I said, I think it says 1.4 million, but who knows? I mean, how can you count 1.4 million? I mean, it's a huge number. It's impossible. The issue we have here, of course, is that the United Kingdom, you know, it's only a small country, but when you're flying over it, it's a huge area, especially when you're flying over in a light aircraft like this. As I say, 40,415 square miles of Scotland, the Outer Hebrides, and Shetland Islands and Isle of Man. So we're in Scotland. This is the approach you would take to runway 23 into Glasgow. As you come off the hills. There's a bit of an updraft normally as you come off it doesn't matter whether you're in a light aircraft or an airliner, but as you come in at capture altitude, which is 2,900 feet for the ILS, and you fly over, you come down over the city, and the River Clyde here, just in front of the airport, just in front of the runway. Absolutely superb. I cannot say enough. I mean, okay, I'll hold my hands up. I said, you know, ORBX, okay, we don't really need it. You know, we've got good scenery, we've got photo scenery, but I have, you know, it just knocks it out of the park. No impact on frame rates that I could see flying over, excuse me, flying over large towns or large cities. I could see no impacts on FPS. It was superb, nice and smooth. There was a couple of areas where there was a little bit of stuttering. but I think that might have been more to do with optimization. If anybody's got ORBX Corfu, you'll know what I mean. ORBX Corfu is not fully optimized to the best, and I think there's a couple of areas around here that, you know, suffer with the same kind of problem. Nothing, you know, nothing too desperate. It's nothing to, you know, get worried about. It's not a deal breaker. As you can see, as I come into land here into Glasgow Airport, absolutely divine. Landing at dusk, so just about coming into special VFR rules, but really, really nice. So I thought, where else could I go? Let's have a look around. And so here we go to Ronald's Ray in the Isle of Man. So this is Ronald Ray Airport in the Isle of Man, and the Isle of Man is a small island in the Irish Sea. So it's between mainland UK and the island of Ireland and Northern Ireland. And once again, this quilt, you know, like quilt effect of the fields all around here. The Isle of Man, of course, is very famous for the TT races that take place every year, which is open street motorcycle racing. Generally, there's a couple of fatalities each year, as anybody can enter the races: professionals, amateurs, hobbyists, motorcyclists. You get all sorts of people going over there to the TT races. We're just going to pull out here and have a look at a long shot of the island. As you can see, the photo scenery looks really good. It's all colour corrected. It's been colour corrected by hand, and it just looks absolutely divine. Really, really good. The coastlines are all accurate as well. Absolutely stunning job. Absolutely bang top job. So, you know, what can we expect from ORBX after this? I'm not quite sure. When you think about it, this was announced in October last year at RAF Cosford. They announced it at RAF Cosford last year, and they said that South would be out within a week, and it was released the following weekend. And now we're just after Christmas. We're into the new year, so that's October, November, December, January. In a period of 4 months, they've released 3 massive areas covering the whole of the United Kingdom. Unfortunately, we haven't got Northern Ireland or the island of Ireland, and I'm not quite sure whether that will be done, but one never knows. As I say, it's a massive amount of space, so you're going to need 345 gigabytes of space on your Xplane drive, or on your computer, so that you can create symbolic links. Whatever, you're going to need 345 gigabytes of space, whatever you do. Is it value for money? I would say yes. Here we are, we're at Newcastle now. I decided to come back down south a little bit, and we went to Newcastle, to Geordieland. Huge city. There's the River Tyne going through the city there. Absolutely wonderful. It just looks superb. With the South, when ORBX South came out, there was a couple of problems with textures on roofs, and a number of POIs missing, but that seems to be rectified, because almost every week there are updates to the object library. We're just going north. We're just going south down the A1 here, because I wanted to show you a very famous POI that my wife and I visited back in 2017, when we hired a motorhome and we travelled through the United Kingdom. So just off the A1 at Gateshead, you have the Angel of the North, and here she is in Xplane, the Angel of the North. Absolutely stunning. And it's a pretty good rendition. Here's a real picture of her that I took when I was there at the Angel of the North. Absolutely superb, wonderful. And just look at that topography there, the hills and that valley there, heading up towards Gateshead, and then on further to Newcastle. Well, there you have it. We've got the full package now. True Earth Great Britain, South, Central and North. Looks absolutely stunning. just finishing off once again with the Angel there. If you can afford it, then I would highly recommend this package. Once again, my name is Wycliffe Barrett. Hope you liked the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. But please subscribe and also hit the notification bell, because at least one of those things will really help me out. We'll see you soon. Cheerio.